Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most epic anime what-if battles imaginable. Two titans of their universes, both possessing god-tier visual prowess and reality-bending abilities. In one corner, we have the last Uchiha, the Shadow Hokage, Sasuke Uchiha. And in the other, the strongest sorcerer of the modern era, the honored one himself, Satoru Gojo. Who would actually win in a no-holds-barred fight? Forget power levels for a second and let's talk about abilities. Could Sasuke's Rinnegan actually bypass Gojo's impenetrable infinity? Or would the limitless technique simply be too much for the Uchiha to handle? We're going to break down their powers, analyze their fighting styles, and simulate how this legendary confrontation would play out. Stick around because this is going to be intense. Let's start with Sasuke Uchiha, specifically in his peak adult form, armed with his unique Rinnegan. This isn't just any Rinnegan. It's a 6-Tomo version gifted to him by the Sage of Six Paths himself. This eye grants him a staggering array of abilities. Beyond the standard 6 paths techniques like the Deva Path as push and pull or the ability to absorb chakra, Sasuke's Rinnegan has a signature move, a Meno Tijikara. This is the absolute game changer. It's a space-time ninjutsu that allows him to instantly swap his position with any object or person within his field of vision. Think about that for a second. It's not teleportation in the traditional sense, it's an instantaneous replacement. He can swap with a thrown kunai, a rock, or even his opponent. This ability is incredibly versatile, allowing him for near unavoidable attacks, perfect dodges, and creating openings where none exist. He can also use it on others, swapping an incoming attack with a harmless object, or pulling an enemy directly into his Chidori. And we haven't even touched on his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which grants him access to the black flames of Amaterasu. Flames that are said to be inextinguishable and the perfect defense, Susanoo, a massive chakra avatar that can be infused with his other abilities. Sasuke is a master strategist, a taijutsu expert, and has an arsenal of elemental ninjutsu. His entire fighting style is built around precision, speed, and exploiting the slightest weakness. Now, let's turn our attention to the man who stands at the pinnacle of the jujitsu world. Satoru Gojo. Gojo's power stems from two innate abilities working in tandem, the Limitless and the Six Eyes. The Six Eyes aren't just for seeing curses. They grant him incredible perception and allow him to process and utilize his cursed energy with almost zero waste, making his techniques incredibly efficient. This is crucial for his main ability, the Limitless. The Limitless brings the concept of infinity to reality. The neutral form of this is the technique known as infinity, the very thing that makes Gojo seem untouchable. Anything that approaches him, be it a punch, a projectile, or an energy blast, slows down infinitely, never actually reaching him. It's not a barrier. It's a manipulation of space itself. But that's just his defense. Offensively, he has cursed technique lapse, blue, which creates a point of magnetic-like attraction, pulling everything towards a single point of crushing force. And he has cursed technique reversal, red, which creates a powerful repulsive blast. But the true horror is when he combines these two opposing forces. This creates hollow technique, purple, a theoretical imaginary mass that erases everything in its path. It doesn't destroy, it deletes. As if that wasn't enough, he has a domain expansion, unlimited void. Once trapped inside, the target is flooded with infinite information, overwhelming their mind and rendering them completely catatonic. It's a checkmate move. Gojo is a walking paradox, an untouchable force with an unstoppable attack. Alright, the moment we've all been waiting for. The bell rings and the fight begins. How does this play out? Initially, Sasuke would likely test Gojo with his standard arsenal. He throws a shuriken, it stops. He unleashes a fireball jutsu, it dissipates inches from Gojo's face. He tries to get in close for a taijutsu exchange, but finds himself running in place, unable to close the final gap. Sasuke, being the genius he is, would quickly realize that conventional attacks are useless. He's not hitting a barrier. He's trying to cross an infinite distance. This is where the real fight starts. Sasuke activates his Sharingan, analyzing the flow of Gojo's cursed energy. He sees the infinity at work. So how does Sasuke get around it? This is the million-dollar question, and the answer lies in a Meno Tijikara. Remember, it's not a projectile, it's not Sasuke moving through space. It is an instantaneous swap of spatial coordinates. The theory is this: Sasuke targets a pebble or a leaf asterisk behind asterisk Gojo, and in the same instant, swaps his position with it. By doing this, he wouldn't be asterisk crossing asterisk the infinity. He'd be bypassing it entirely, appearing directly behind Gojo, inside the protective bubble. This is Sasuke's one critical opening. In that split second, he has to land a decisive blow. A Chidori to the back, a sword thrust, anything. Gojo, despite his six eyes perception, would be caught off guard by the sheer nature of this spatial manipulation. It's a type of movement he's likely never encountered. However, Gojo is no slouch. He is absurdly fast and has near instantaneous reaction times thanks to his six eyes. After being surprised once, he would adapt. He might start using his own spatial awareness to predict Sasuke's swaps. Sasuke teleports behind him. Gojo is already countering with a close-range blast of red or a pull from blue. The fight becomes a high-speed chess match of teleportation and spatial counters. Sasuke would be forced to use his Susanoo for defense against Gojo's wider-range attacks like purple. A perfect Susanoo is immensely durable, but could it withstand an attack that erases matter from existence? It's highly debatable. This is where the fight escalates to its final stage. Gojo, recognizing the extreme threat Sasuke poses and the drain of maintaining his defenses against such a tricky opponent, decides to end it. He unleashes his domain expansion, Unlimited Void. Sasuke is suddenly pulled into Gojo's inner world. For any other opponent, this is game over. The infinite influx of information would fry their brain in less than a second. But Sasuke is not just anyone. He possesses the Rinnegan, an eye that has been shown to resist and even break powerful genjutsu, like the infinite Tsukiyomi. Could Sasuke's mind, protected by the divine power of the Rinnegan, withstand the informational overload of Unlimited Void? It's possible he could resist it for a short time, but likely not forever. His best bet would be to use the Rinnegan's other spacetime abilities to try and tear his way out of the domain's barrier, an incredible feat that would require immense chakra. So who wins? This is one of the closest and most debated matchups in all of anime, and for good reason. Here's the final verdict. Sasuke has a clear path to victory. His Emi no Teijikara is the perfect conceptual counter to Gojo's infinity. It's a key that fits a lock no one else can pick. If Sasuke can successfully bypass infinity and land a fatal blow before Gojo can fully adapt or retaliate, he wins. His versatility, combat experience, and strategic mind give him a fighting chance against anyone. However, Gojo's win conditions are more absolute. While Sasuke's technique can bypass infinity, Gojo's Hollow Purple is an attack that Sasuke has no guaranteed defense against. Could the Susanoo block it? Maybe, maybe not. And then there's the ace in the hole, Unlimited Void. Even if Sasuke can resist it for a few seconds, those few seconds are all Gojo needs. Inside his domain, his attacks are guaranteed to hit. He is, for all intents and purposes, a god. The battle likely comes down to a race. Can Sasuke land a finishing blow with Emi no Teijikara before Gojo activates his domain expansion? It's a razor-thin margin. Because of the checkmate nature of Unlimited Void and the erasing power of Hollow Purple, we have to give the slight edge to Satoru Gojo. Sasuke could absolutely win. Maybe 4 times out of 10, but Gojo's hacks are just a bit more overwhelming and definitive. It would be the fight of a lifetime, but Gojo's domain is just too broken. What do you guys think? Did I get it right? Could Sasuke's strategy and Rinnegan pull off the upset? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next epic showdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.